Please turn cell phones and personal electronic devices to vibrate. All gender restrooms are located in the library, RCC, and Cole Science buildings. If it becomes necessary to evacuate the tent, we ask that guests leave through the nearest exit. Please take a moment to identify the closest exit to your seat. If asked to exit the tent, please remember to walk, not run. Ushers and campus police officers will direct you to designated assembly locations once you are outside the tent.
Please be seated. The commencement processional will begin at 10:45.
Almost cut my hair. It happened just the other day. It's getting kind of long. I could have said it wasn't my way, but I didn't, and I wonder why. I feel like letting my freak flag fly. Yes, I feel like I owe it.
Handicapped accessible bathrooms are located in the Robert Crown Center.
Must be because I had the flu for Christmas, and I'm not feeling up to bar. It increases my paranoia.
There is a live feed of the ceremony available in the main lecture hall for guests who wish to watch the proceedings indoors.
But I'm not giving in an inch.
We ask that you please refrain from saving seats.
'Cause I promised myself this year I feel like I owe it. Someone.
Please turn cell phones and personal electronic devices to vibrate.
When I finally get myself together, I'm going to get down in that sunny southern weather. And I find a place inside there. Separate the wheat from the chair. I feel like I
If it becomes necessary to evacuate the tent, we ask that guests leave through the nearest exit. Please take a moment to identify the closest exit to your seat. If asked to exit the tent, please remember to walk, not run. Ushers and campus police officers will direct you to designated assembly locations once you are outside the tent. All gender restrooms are located in the library, RCC, and Cole Science buildings.
Given the triumphant academic setting here, an obvious question is how much of this work of adjusting our default setting involves actual knowledge or intellect. This question gets very tricky. Probably the most dangerous thing about an academic education, at least in my own case, is that it enables my tendency to over-intellectualize stuff. To get lost in abstract arguments inside my head instead of simply paying attention to what's going on right in front of me. Paying attention to what is going on inside me. As I'm sure you guys know by now, it is extremely difficult to stay alert and attentive instead of getting hypnotized by the constant monologue inside your own head. Maybe happening to you. 20 years after my own graduation, I have come gradually to understand that the liberal arts cliché about teaching you how to think.
Test 1, 2, 3 for the interpreter monitor. Can you hear that? Interpreter monitor?
Really means learning how to exercise some control.
Can't see it.
Over
Is
how
it
and what
is
you
it
think.
up or down you want it? Okay, hang on, Max. Stand by. Max, here you go. How is this right here? Great, thank you. Friends and family of graduates, you're welcome to sit in the tent. There are more seats inside the tent, in the rear of the tent.
Please turn cell phones and personal electronic devices to vibrate.
Please be seated. The commencement processional will begin at 10:45.
You're never gonna get my love. This stuff, big stuff. You're never gonna break my heart. This stuff, big stuff. You're never gonna make me cry. This stuff, big stuff. Tell me, just who do you think you are? This stuff, big stuff. You're never gonna get my love. This stuff, big stuff. You're never gonna break my heart. This stuff, big stuff. You're never gonna make me cry. This stuff, big stuff. Tell me, just who do you think you are? This stuff, big stuff.
Please be seated. The commencement processional will begin at 10:45.
Looking back on when I was a little nappy-headed boy, then my only worry was for Christmas what would be my toy. Even though we sometimes would not get a thing, we were happy with
Please be seated. The event will begin in 5 minutes.
sneaking out the back door, hang out with those hoodlum friends of mine. Ooh. Really at the back door, but though I thought I told you not to go outside. Trying your best to bring the water to your eyes, thinking it might stop her from whipping you behind. I placed those things, good God
Please be seated. The event will begin in 5 minutes. Please be seated. The event will begin in 5 minutes. Please turn cell phones and personal electronic devices to vibrate.
Welcome. Welcome to the 2026 Hampshire College commencement ceremony. The assembly will now be in order. Everyone, please take your place.
All right, good morning, everyone. It's an honor to be here with you celebrating Hampshire's 56th commencement. Before we recognize the achievements of our graduates this year, I want to start by highlighting so many great people who are here with us today. And I want to start by asking the grandparents, parents, caretakers, brothers and sisters, and all the family members and friends who are here with us today to wave or stand to be recognized. I also want to take a moment to recognize our current and former faculty members who are here with us today. Please wave or stand. I also want to recognize our staff and administrators who have provided invaluable support to our graduates. Thank you to all of them, please. And of course, most importantly, welcome graduates to your commencement. A round of applause to you. All right, so I stand here in front of you as a very proud alum of Hampshire who has been involved with the college as a trustee for the past 10 years. And as I speak to you today here, it feels very emotional, it feels very exciting to be sharing this fantastic moment with you. And looking at every one of you coming in, it just reminds me of my entire journey with Hampshire. And it makes me feel so proud, and it makes me think about all the great people and all the great experiences that I've been able to meet while I've been at Hampshire. And I bet it has been the same way for you, and I'm really, really glad that you've had all of these experiences now as people who are graduating from Hampshire. Please, I urge you to do the following. To never stop learning and always be curious. Curiosity will take you in so many fantastic directions. Please remember that your Hampshire education does not end today. It's actually just the beginning, and I promise this, it's really just the beginning. The world, as we well know, is constantly changing, and it's really up to each one of you to go out, do your thing, and really change the world. Because ultimately, each one of us has the power to change the world. Even when we think we don't, we actually do, and we do just by the fact of being. And a Hampshire education really makes us great people that can go out into the world and really build the world that we want to build, both outside and inside of ourselves. And finally, of course, I want to say how proud we are that you have completed rigorous academic work. And especially now that after completing your Div 3, we really want to congratulate you in saying that you're Div free. So congratulations. I wish you all the very, very best in wherever your journey takes you. You have a lot to go, and I'm so excited to be here to celebrate this fantastic day with you. So congratulations one more time. And excuse me, I forgot to introduce Javiera Benavente.
Buenos dias. Welcome. My name is Javiera Benavente, and I'm the Assistant Dean of Collaborative and Community Engaged Learning and the co-chair of the Decolonization and Reciprocity Working Group here at Hampshire College. I come from the ancestral homelands of the Mapuche people, meaning people of the land, and I am honored to offer this living land acknowledgement as a guest on these lands. Today, we begin by recognizing the histories and current realities of this land and this place where we gather. We acknowledge that when we gather at this place we currently call Hampshire College, we are on the ancestral homelands of the Nonotuck and Pecumtuck peoples. We pay respects to their elders, past, present, and future. We speak our gratitude for nearby waters and lands here in the valley of the river Quinnetequa, meaning besides the long tidal river. We recognize these lands and waters as important relations with which we are all interconnected and depend on to sustain life and well-being. The original peoples of this land have had connections with these lands for millennia, and they maintain and reclaim relationships to this day. They are part of a vast expanse of Algonquin relations. Over more than 400 years of colonization, the Nonotuck and Pecumtuck peoples were all but decimated by colonial violence. Those who survived were forcibly displaced and sought refuge with their kinship connections in surrounding areas. We acknowledge the neighboring indigenous nations, the Nipmuc and Wampanoag to the east, the Mohegan, Pequot, Schaghticoke, and Narragansett to the south, the Stockbridge-Munsee Mohican and Haudenosaunee to the west, the Penobscot, Micmac, and Abenaki to the north. Let us be mindful we are on stolen land built up on the stolen labor of enslaved African peoples. Let us be mindful of the ongoing colonial violence that continues to rage across Turtle Island and around the globe in places like Honduras, the Philippines, Congo, Sudan, and Palestine, and our complicity in that violence. We are mindful of broken promises and treaties and the need to repair harm and make right with all our relations. Let us commit and recommit to transforming injustice and restoring balance to our living planet. Truth, reconciliation, rematriation, and healing will only come with acknowledgement as a first step. At this moment in Hampshire's history, the future of this land is uncertain. This acknowledgement asks us all to remember that these lands are indigenous homelands, and that indigenous peoples with long-standing kinship relationships to these lands, relationships that long precede the college, must be meaningfully included in imagining and shaping their future. I invite you to think about your own relationship to these lands. What commitments can you make to move towards right and reciprocal relationships with the indigenous peoples in our shared planet? How can you take responsibility alongside others for transforming injustice wherever you find it? Thank you.
For the short president. Thank you to the facilities crew, by the way, for building me that box that I'm standing on. Wherever you are. I'm Jennifer Chrysler, and I'm the president of Hampshire College. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm now gonna take off my play hat and be the president for a few minutes. To the alums who surround this tent, I see you out there. I know you are here carrying your own complicated feelings about what is happening at Hampshire. All kinds of feelings: grief, disbelief, nostalgia, anger, worry, gratitude. But I think the main reason you are all here today, more than anything else, is to welcome this new class of graduates into your very special ranks. And for that, I thank you for showing up. To our faculty and staff under this tent, I know this is an especially hard day for you. You give so much of your heart, your time, your talent, day in and day out, in service to students whose lives have been changed by your presence here. I am profoundly grateful you are here with us. Most especially to the families, the loved ones, the people who traveled here and who have supported these graduates every step of the way. Welcome, welcome. We are so glad you're here. Finally, to the graduates, congratulations, you have made it. I've thought a lot about what I should say today. What should a president who is overseeing the closure of an iconic institution say to a group of students who have made it through and are graduating? Are there any words of wisdom that I can impart? Is there actually a funny quip that I could land? There isn't really a roadmap for this. Not for what Hampshire is facing, and not for a commencement speech quite like this one. I thought about talking about the challenges facing higher education, about how a liberal arts education matters in a moment when there is so much pressure to chase efficiency, immediate outcomes, money, power, dominance. I thought about the institutions and oppressive systems and economic forces that shape whether places like Hampshire survive and thrive. I thought about talking about how this world needs a place like Hampshire now more than ever, that we are nimble in ways that other institutions are not, designed for exactly the bold conversations our society needs most. And I imagine some people thought that that's exactly what I would do. But despite all of the complicated emotions that I have, that you have, that our alumni have, that our students have, that our faculty and staff have, I don't think today should be about any of that. Today should be about one thing: the graduating class of 2026. Because you are here, who we are here to celebrate, you are who we are here to cheer, and you are who we are here to applaud. So let this day, the day that we send 192 new Hampshire alumni out into the world, be all about joy. Because even with the weight of this moment staring us all in the face, I feel joyful. When I think about what you as Hampshire graduates have achieved, I feel joy. When I think about what Hampshire has given the world, I feel joy. And when I think about how today marks your transition from Hampshire students to Hampshire alumni, and how you will carry this place with you into your lives, I feel joy. To stand up here, looking out at all of you, is one of the greatest honors of my life. I never get tired of saying this. I really love Hampshire people. I have never met a single one of you who isn't creative. Each of you has a unique sense of wit. You are really funny. You are relentlessly curious. You question assumptions instead of accepting them. You follow your passions wherever they lead. You demand the world that ought to be, and you invent your own paths when no clear template exists. Where others might retreat from complexity, you embrace it. You show up as your whole selves, and by doing so, you make our world a better, more just place. And this graduating class embodies all of that and more. You intentionally sought out something different and hard. Boy, was it hard. It's not easy to be so in charge of your own learning. It's not always easy to be at Hampshire. And yet, you did what Hampshire students always do. You brought your education to life. It lives in the way that you approach problems, in the way that you collaborate, and often in the way that you push us admins. It lives in your ingenious ability to move between disciplines and perspectives, and in your instinct to ask not only what is, but what could be. That is real, it is powerful, and no change in circumstance can take it from you. For nearly 60 years, Hampshire acted as a lightning rod for students who wanted to think differently about the world and about themselves. Hampshire took as a given, as simply given, that students can and should be trusted with the freedom to pursue their own interests and do something unexpected along the way. That the purpose of education is to make people more engaged with the world, not to look at it from a distance. What you carry forward now is the living proof of why Hampshire matters. Each of you, like the generations of alumni before you, many of whom are gathered outside this tent right now, will have a tangible impact on the world in both daily moments and large transformations, across countless fields and ideas, across communities and movements, in ways that are visible and in ways that may never be fully seen, but that matter intensely nonetheless. I see artists and organizers, researchers, even when it's difficult. That is not a small thing, especially in a time that rewards certainty over curiosity, speed over reflection, and division over understanding. So now, as I near the end of my remarks, I can't help but sit for a moment in what Hampshire is, because so much will shift and change in the coming months. First, Hampshire is a place. It is the woods. I see you. We know. It is the tavern and the bridge. And the sauna. It is a classroom in FPH, a studio in the art barn, the animation lab at the Liebling. It is the farm and the theater. It's a lab at Cole or a stack in the library. It's the U-Pick flower fields. It is all of that and more places than I could ever name. But Hampshire is also its people. It's Miss Jackie and LaToya. It is Jim and Lori and Mike. It is Gabby and Jaquita. It's Zena and Parker and Teal and Griffin. It is Nathan and Katja and Vivica It's Kayla and Ted and Antonio. It's Izzy and Carolyn and Alice. It's Lise and Abraham and Laura. It's Sam and Lorenzo and Kane and Bruner. It's Gina and Nathan and Jess and RL. It's Ruthie and Lily and Denitas and Mancita. It's Emily and Charlotte and Glenn and Greg. It's Natasha and Ike and Kate and Eric. It's Jenny and Julie and Sarah and Willow and Matt and Barb and Melissa and Jill. And it is countless other names spanning decades of faculty, staff, and students. It's also nearly 15,000 alumni, and now 192 more sitting right in front of me. A parent recently sent me a beautiful, poignant email about Hampshire. She described it as, and I want to get this exactly right, a radical and wild place whose heart will beat on even when the colleges has ceased, for the radical and wild minds that will echo there forever. I have read that sentence many times in the past few weeks. I keep coming back to it, because that is what you are. You are the radical and wild minds. You are the heartbeat that continues. Hampshire doesn't end today, it disperses. It goes with you into every room you enter, every problem you take on, every question you refuse to stop asking. So to the graduating class of 2026, you bring me so much joy. I am grateful for the gifts that Hampshire has given us, and I am grateful, deeply, genuinely grateful for everything you have given me. I am so very proud of you. Congratulations. It is my very great pleasure to introduce to you your student moderator, Tenzin Job.
Oh my God, wow. How's everyone doing? Oh my gosh. Wow, okay. And I have one question. I was wondering if I could take you guys' picture. Okay. Spiritually, everyone's in there. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right. I just want to say hi to everyone. It's so good to see you all today. I love all of you. My name is Tenzin. I'm honored to have the privilege of welcoming you all to our 2026 graduation. I want to shout out all my loved ones, family, friends, here or wherever you are today. You are all a part of me. You all reside inside my soul. Thank you to Chair Fuentes for your speech, Javier Benavente for the land acknowledgement, and President Chrysler for introducing me. I want to first thank all of the staff and faculty that have always given their best so that this institution could be all that it is capable of. I want to thank everyone who's here today and has called this place home, know it always will be. I'd like to read a quote by James Baldwin, someone whose wise words still echo through this place today. Love has never been a popular movement. And no one's ever wanted, really, to be free. The world is held together. Really, it is held together by the love and passion of a very few people. And these people all sit here before me today. I'm so proud and grateful to have been in community with you all. And I want to thank you one more time for everyone being here before I begin to announce our first and staff speaker, Mike Purcell. Mike, who holds a Bachelor of Liberal Arts from Western New England University, as well as an FAA multi-engine commercial pilot rating, and is he's a certified FAA flight instructor. He previously served in the US Army as a helicopter crew chief and has been a part of Hampshire's campus safety and well-being since the fall of 2023. He enjoys music, art, projects, motorcycles, and classic cars, and is a familiar face for how often I've been locked out of my room. So everyone, please welcome to the stage, Mike Purcell.
Well, wow. This is great. I'm going to start off with supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It is a real word in the dictionaries, and it means wonderfully awesome. Can you dig that? Cool, yeah. It was a word made famous in Disney movie Mary Poppins in 1964, a year before the founding of Hampshire College. My name's Mike Purcell. I'm a campus safety and well-being assistant. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Students, families, friends, staff, faculty, and alums. Let's get this party started. As we celebrate another Hampshire College commencement, honoring the class of 2026. On that note, it's a great honor for me to be your staff speaker. Thank you to the graduates. Thank you to President Jen, all the trustees, all the staff and faculty, and all the volunteers and guests that made this event happen. Thank you to my CSW Campus Safety Director, Lori Bouchard, and my good friend, James Patton of the Campus Post Office. For previous commencement speeches, the staff and each and every one of the Hampshire College departments have worked so very hard to see you all graduate on this day. We all care very much for you. Success as you end a chapter and begin another. Let's give a round of applause for everyone. Everyone. A little bit of history. I was about 4 years of age when I observed Hampshire College being built. My mother would take my two brothers and I apple picking at Atkins across the road. Back in the mid-60s, 1960s. Atkins was a small building with a lot of apple orchards surrounding it. Where Applewood Apartments is located across from Bay Road entrance, that was an apple orchard. I had climbed the fruit tree ladder to pick and drop apples into the bushel basket. My mother would say to me that across the road is a new college being built called Hampshire College. I have known Hampshire College for 60 years. This is your day of great accomplishment and reward. You earned your Hampshire College diploma degree. Cherish the diploma degree, as that is your ticket to go on and do wonderfully awesome things in the world, for the world. Continue to be creative, talented, passionate, innovative. To know is not enough. Never stop learning through life. Expand upon your education. Give yourself the freedom to explore and learn new skills. Use your strengths. Go out into the world to help others. You have the knowledge to help promote positive change for the good of humanity and nature. You have Hampshire College in your hearts. Do great things. Communicate, and most importantly, be yourself. Build upon life's experiences. I commend you all for doing excellent work here at Hampshire College. I have seen the love, dedication, commitment, and effort in your projects. Hampshire College, founded in 1965, has a lot of qualities that the 1969 Woodstock Festival had. You know, the peace, love, art, music, film, theater, design, and farm, the list goes on. Carry on that legacy through life. Hampshire College lives on in what you do, what you create, what you accomplish. The Hampshire College culture is in your heart. Keep reaching for that apple in that apple tree. It's yours to take. All right, at this point, I would like to sing a song. And that means some participation, because many of you know this song. It's an easy one, it's great. It's called I Got a Name by Jim Croce, 1973. Some say that I am a gifted singer, but I don't know about that. All right, let's begin. Like the pine trees lining the winding road, I've got a name, I've got a name. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad, I've got a name, I've got a name. And I carry it with me like my daddy did, but I'm living the dream that he kept hid. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. Like the north wind whistling down the sky, I've got a song, I've got a song. Like the whippoorwill and the babies cry, I've got a song, I've got a song. And I carry it with me and I sing it loud. If it gets me nowhere, I'll go there proud. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. And I'm gonna go there free, like the fool I am and I'll always be. I've got a dream, I've got a dream. They can change their minds, but they can't change me. I've got a dream, I've got a dream. Oh, Oh, I know I could share it if you want me to. If you're going my way, I'll go with you. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. One more time. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. That's my gift to you, singing back. Finally, thank you all for being a friend, and please have a good life. I am so very proud of each and every one of you, as do the staff and everyone. Thank you, Hampshire College. Peace and love.
All right, guys. Thank you, Mike. I'd like to introduce our faculty speaker, Dr. Nora Romero. Who holds a PhD from the University of Auckland in the fields of critical studies in education and Maori and indigenous education. Romero's research examines how ancestral, emergent, and insurgent practices in indigenous education contribute to the advancement of human rights in global context. He has been Hampshire's Assistant Professor of Native American and Indigenous Studies for 3 years now, having published his first book, Decolonial Underground Pedagogy, Subcultural Learning for Peace and Human Rights in 2024. His second book, Dominate, Undermine, Dismiss, Everyday Colonialism and the Promise of Reciprocity in Education, co-authored with Amanda Hutenga Romero, will be released in 2027. He is also a member of my Div 3 committee, so please join me in welcoming Noah Romero.
Where's my camera at? Kia ora tātou. Thank you, Tenzin. Kia ora tātou. Greetings to all of us. My name is Noah Romero, and I am the reigning, undisputed, once and forever Assistant Professor of Native American and Indigenous Studies at Hampshire College. As a scholar of Indigenous Studies, my work often involves correcting the record. I'd like to use this occasion to correct the record about Hampshire College. There's an idea going around that Hampshire is a place for people who don't fit in elsewhere or need some kind of refuge. And the Hampshire College I know is more than that. It's a place for people who are unafraid to stare down some of the world's gravest iniquities and do something about them. Hampshire's for people who, like all of you, are not afraid to see their inquiry through to its conclusion, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it reveals our own complicity in some truly awful things. In doing your brave work, you've all challenged us, as faculty and staff, to become better elders and relatives. And in this spirit, I'd like to briefly uplift the 4 Division 3 projects I had the honor of chairing this year. Violet Mark. Violet shows us how we can teach and learn in ways that deepen our talents and aspirations while meeting the needs of our communities. Evan Tipton. By indigenizing and decolonizing outdoor education, Evan shows us how to teach in ways that honor our most sacred relatives, the land and our children. In a beautiful work of anti-colonial oral history, Sofia Ortega shows us what research can be when we do it for our people. It transcends knowledge production to become ceremony and to become medicine. Sophia's work has been rightfully recognized with a full scholarship to the UMass Amherst graduate program in public history. Marcy Williamson. Marcy shows us what it takes to be an artist and a revolutionary, putting her body and freedom on the line to document the effects of strip mining and clear cutting right here in the Connecticut River Valley. Showing the scale of devastation required for our comfort, Marcy reminds us that there should be wolves here. When I reflect on all of your work and I look out into this crowd, I'm reminded that there still are. So to correct the record about Hampshire College one last time, this place was not here to keep you safe from the world. It kept an irredeemable world safe from you. And before we unleash 192 miniature Hampshire colleges on that world, let's clap it out one last time. So remember why we do this and who we do it for. You all know the clap, right? If you've taken my classes, please lead this last clap with me. And if you haven't, don't worry. Just follow along. We got you. But it'll start with a slow clap. Those of you taking my classes, let's get it. All right. For us, for the land, for the people. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Noah. All right, guys, we've made it to the second page of my notes. I'm pleased to present our student speaker, Samara Mer Tanoir. An award-winning performance artist, choreographer, teacher, and visual artist who's receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Dance as Decolonial Practice. She directed and produced How We Get Down, How We Get Through, Scriptures for Black Life, a dance performance that has moved everyone I know that was blessed to witness it. She's an author of 3 poetry books. Her debut collection, published in 2022, is titled All the Beautiful Things I've Done. Her second, published this January, is I Love You, etc., etc. And the third, released this April, Mare. Now please give a round of applause to Samara.
Greetings, beautiful people, and welcome to the rest of your life. If you feel inclined, uncross your arms and legs, unlock your jaw, drop your shoulders, and take a deep breath. day such as this, a day colored in joy and jitters and grief and love and more love, I look at you all and feel the significance of our time together. And this is a significant time indeed. I must admit I've been very nervous about holding this space, saying the right thing, doing the right thing. When the institution we love and have grown within is toppling before our very eyes, when there is much to celebrate and much to process, what is the right thing to say? As a writer, words hold a great deal of importance to me, and I recognize that what I and we say matters. In talks with my dear friends about my concerns, paired with the current climate of Hampshire at large, I come to you today with what I believe to be the two most desired things in this moment: care and honesty. So allow me to care and allow me to be honest. I feel an overwhelming surge of honor coursing through me as I look at you all, my peers, friends, and chosen family. I'm honored to share this stage with Tenzin, with whom I lived with in the Women of Color Hall in Dakin D1, our first year. Tenzin, a person who, with their charm and energy, lights up woods parties even when the generators fail. I remember hearing their voice outside my door in the hall as laughter poured below it. I remember us discussing the latest racial micro-macroaggression at our beloved PWI in Lena's room, with the window wide open for Dakin to hear, by our collective choice. I cherish Tenzin's exuberance that refuses silence. I honor and respect it. In this way, I feel that Hampshire College, and especially our graduating class, carries such passionate worlds of respect that illuminate everything we do. This, I believe, is one of the many things that sets us apart from the average Joe. I've witnessed Whitney's divine encounters with ash trees and their steadfast commitment to honoring the lives and stories the trees maintain. In the gallery I gazed wide-eyed at Kelly's exhibition of the natural world and its relationship to the female form, how she honors the bodies of the many living and beautiful things. As I was frantically crafting the set for my div beneath the solar canopy, Wolfie's music filled the air and brought me back to the joys of art. As he honored the places in which the music came and where it is beckoning to be, and making sense of it through math. Lydia's paintings of coastal African landscapes in traditional kente cloth bled reverence and showcased the keen eye adopted by one who seeks to honor what is beholden to them. In her efforts to understand and contextualize the human body and its capacity to move, Zavry proves that honor exists in the will to see the subject within the many truths that inform it. The practice of honor was the basis of Haven's Div, done through the ritual of creating cyanotype prints that reflect the natural world. Yapsawame honors their dreams, which they've made visible to our waking eyes on red canvases, and in turn honors centuries of indigenous peoples whom remain true to their divine knowledge. I could honestly keep going because this is what defines us as Hampshire students, and this is why I love us. Though we may have a reputation of being very unserious people, we live with our principles and sacred practices at our hip like a holstered revolver in some Western film, always ready to draw, aim, and set loose. Whether our sacred practices be fighting in sand pits on Easter, or gathering together under the gridded lights of the solar canopy for live shows, or locking ourselves in Liebling, or the dance studio, or the art barn until dawn, or climbing virtually and literally everything, or praying for Thursday to roll around for bridge dinners, or skinny dipping in the res, or smiling at a familiar face in the Kern while everyone on campus orders the same large iced chai and being totally shocked when they eventually run out of chai, as if that isn't just how that works. Or seeing Jim in the mailroom and our day being instantly made. We all have our rituals here, and I'm delighted to have shared many of them with many of you over the past 4 years. Like a lot of y'all, my concentration here has taken many faces, but it has always had the body of dance. I'm incredibly indebted to Laelia Weidman, our only standing dance professor here at Hampshire, at least for my duration here, in her impassioned commitment to their students and the program. As with many faculty here, Laelia, alongside Deb Goff, built the Hampshire Dance Program, my home, into what it is today, with the few tools she was given by the institution through the 2019 debacle and quarantine. Though the dance program will be no longer after the spring, I am so proud to be Laelia's protege, and I will take this home with me to many places I go, thanks to her practical and internal guidance. And since I've been given access to a microphone in this moment, I will use it to thank Hayden Gadd, a Hampshire alum and the 5 College of Dance's technical director and biochem grad. Hayden, who has been involved in every single performance I've done at Hampshire and whom I have grown alongside immensely. I will also thank Ezekiel Baskin, another Hampshire alum and lighting designer responsible for bringing out the best in our work at the program through collaboration and a love for the art, all with the sweetest smile you ever did see. I must thank Tadea Martin Gonzalez, the dance program assistant, and Melinda Buckwalter, managing director of 5 College Dance, who have held it down and advocated for us when the institution often overlooked the program despite the dance productions bringing in a lot of revenue and attention for the school, but that's neither here nor there. Without all of them, I wouldn't have been able to direct, produce, and choreograph an evening-length show with my partner in crime, Ava, a show where, thanks to Hampshire's dance program being grounded in trust and exploration, we went the distance and exceeded all expectations, a common endeavor amongst Hampshire students. To say my college experience was largely made better by staff and faculty who uplifted me would be an obvious understatement, and that is precisely why it must be said. For a school that has stood on swampy ground, literally and figuratively, for decades, it is the staff and faculty that hold us as we trudge through murky and uncertain waters. As shitty as Hampshire closing has been for virtually everyone involved, besides the banks, I guess, I am at least made warm by all the love we feel for each other. And if not love, then care, which goes just as long away. Shout out to Laelia Weidman, Nathan McLean, Fawn Albert, Daniel Schroeder, Vic Quezada, Jonathan Dent, Amy Jordan, and Jennifer Brioric for giving me the space and tools to build myself into the artist and person I know you all would be proud of. This school is worthless without you all and your colleagues. We all honor you, and we will be your limbs of support through this swampy shitstorm. I also want to shout out the student staff workers, like the Kern baristas, the bridge and dining commons workers, the mixed nuts crew, and all of the student leaders who have spent a great deal of their time supporting the infrastructure of Hampshire, all while being hardworking and inspiring students. Your labor deserves more recognition than we could all give you in this moment. We honor you and thank you. This isn't in my speech, but I want to give a special thank you to all the BIPOC student, staff, and faculty. We hold this shit together. Our labor is often underpaid and overlooked, and I am looking and seeing all of you, and thank you. Being the final student speaker for a spring commencement at Hampshire College has made me feel a lot like a death doula. Ironically, being a death doula is something I've been contemplating for a while now, so I guess the universe is just clocking me in now. Thank you, universe. For us, the graduates, our time here was coming to a close anyway. The end was always near. The day the day they announced the Hampshire's closure, we called for a woods party. And so we danced, and it was one of the best parties we'd had in a long time. Graduates, I encourage us all to find that dance again. And I'm not saying this as some sort of dance major coercion propaganda, but because I think Hampshire students know exactly what it means to dance. Alice Walker once said and wrote, "Hard times require furious dancing," which if I had to synopsize my div, that would be it. We are stepping into a world of seemingly never-ending hard times, as many of us have already been responding to in our art, literature, labs, and organizing. We know intimately what hard times require because we did it just a month ago and long before that. We did it just last night in the center of Enfield, demanding all time and space while the buildings and the world watched us. We dance in the woods and clean up afterwards. We fight for land back in the face of closure. We bike wine drunk and walk each other home. We cheer for the bell no matter who rings it or where we are or what time it is. We bring puppets to all school meetings. We yell when we are not being heard, all because we honor not the institution, but us, the people who make it and made it before us. I honor you for what you have made this place, for what you have made me. And as we cast our many webs and fling into different edges of the sky, I invite you to remember this place and each other with that same passion that moves all of us to dance furiously, to celebrate loudly, to mourn publicly, to love curiously, and to live proudly. This is what will get us through anything. Doing something will always get us through, as we all know, is never enough. We Hampshire folk are the world's doers, fighters, lovers, dancers. May we dance until something bleeds, care with no end in sight, as there is rarely a true end to anything, and be honest when no one else will. I trust that wherever we each go, we all will do what must be done in the worlds we choose to recognize. And wherever I go after today, I am taking you all with me. I am because you are. Congratulations, class of 2026, and let us dance.
Thank you so much to the ever-eloquent, loving, and poetic Samara. All right. Everyone, please allow me to introduce our keynote speaker, Jay Finley. Who began attending Hampshire in the fall of 2000. She is a former Mellon postdoctoral fellow and professor at Middlebury College, holds a PhD in African Diaspora Studies from the University of California, Berkeley, and is an associate professor of Africana Studies at Pomona College. She is the co-president and co-executive director of the Critical Humor Studies Association, which she co-founded to advance interdisciplinary scholarship on humor's cultural and political dimensions. In addition, her dissertation, entitled Fire Spitters, Performance, Power, and Payoff in African American Women's Stand-Up Comedy, uses ethnographic and archival research to explore Black women's processes of self-making and performance, ultimately arguing that stand-up comedy is a unique space for sometimes unconventional political expression. Let us welcome Jay Finley.
Thank you. Taking it all the way back to the dissertation. Wow. Good morning, graduates, families, and friends. What an honor and my distinct pleasure to be up here celebrating with you today, class of 2026, as you complete this part of your journey and begin the next chapter of what will no doubt be lives of purpose, even when you can't exactly see where the road is heading. I want to offer my deepest appreciation to Karen Sullivan and the Commencement Committee, especially Zena Cliff, as well as President Chrysler. And I can't forget my beloved colleague and friend, Vivica Green. And above all, I want to thank you students for inviting me to return to one of the places I will always call home. Even when its physical manifestation is very different than what it is today, Hampshire College is in my bones. As the saying goes, this place ain't on me, it's in me. I want to say thank you for extending the invitation, for trusting me to speak today on your day. Let's call this commencement address my Div 4. Now, for those uninitiated, the Div 3 is a project that every Hampshire student undertakes that's the culmination of their studies. Now, one could call it a thesis, but it's so much more than that. That's right. The Div 3 is a closing, but it's also an opening. And I'm a version of the Div 4 that shows what a Hampshire education can accomplish. I do have to say, this is the biggest Div 4 plot twist I can think of. I thought I was just delivering a regular old commencement speech, and then boom! I'm the voiceover in a Ken Burns documentary. This is a surreal moment, and I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm lucky to be here right now. Each of us has arrived at this moment on our own unique paths, and you graduates, outfitted with your own map, your own tools, your own special motivation toward your unique goals, yet you have never been alone. Each person held and supported when you most needed it by your beloved community, your family, your friends, classmates, shrinks, and of course, your dear professors and teachers. So let's acknowledge this, of course, yes, let's acknowledge this. Sometimes the people who have been miraculously pulled into your orbit or you to theirs, sometimes they saw this day when you couldn't see it. Congratulations, graduates, and also to everybody who helped you get here. It's been 22 years since I crossed this stage as a graduate of Hampshire College. I've learned a lot in the intervening years. I've been to lots of places. The world has shown me so much, and it's given me even more. It's taken a minute for me to take the turn and write this graduation address since I was first invited to give it at the beginning of the year. It's been a challenge to embrace the task at hand and this moment. But as I write this now from a complex emotional place of grief and gratitude, I understand. I got a job to do. Interestingly, it's the job that Hampshire College has prepared me to do, but the questions linger. Why am I here? Why not somebody else? Who am I to be speaking today? Let me tell you a little bit about who I am and how I landed on the stage in front of you today. So after I graduated from Hampshire in 2004, I went to graduate school and got a PhD in Black Studies. It was a journey that no doubt began right here. The major that I created for myself while I was here was a combination of Black Studies and Legal Studies. I wanted to be a social movement lawyer, styling myself in the fashion of Kimberly Crenshaw and Derek Bell. That's right, those are the OGs of critical race theory. The original critical race theory before it became a political cudgel to demonize those who acknowledge and fight against anti-Black racism. I came to Hampshire thinking that I was going to do something in the criminal justice field. What I really wanted to know was why my father had been in and out of jail my whole life. Coming from Louisville, Kentucky, I wanted to understand racism and how it framed the life that I grew up living. I wanted to understand how I could be a force for positive change. Maybe, just maybe, I could come up with something that could change the game. Now, some might call me naive, but I'll say that like each of you, I was very ambitious. The point is, I had something to say, but I didn't know quite how to say it. Something I wanted to do, but I didn't have the recipe. I had all of these ideas about changing the world dammed up inside of me, and I was trying to figure out how to get them out. Now, how that's played out is that I've become a Black Studies professor who sometimes performs stand-up comedy as a research and teaching method. I know, very Hampshire of me. I'm a Black person. And let's not pretend that doesn't matter, that I'm the person who I am doing this thing. I am an illegitimate subject. And I know this because the Supreme Court is doing all it can to take us back to 1862. I'm not supposed to be here. In fact, many people think that places like Hampshire are not for people like me. Folks who grew up without much economic or social privilege, folks whose families didn't necessarily have the time or money to invest in an experimental college, whose whole point was not to train people to do specific kinds of work, but to offer the space, the opportunity, the guidance to learn how to think independently, and above all else, to think critically. Public discourse says a college like this one is not for a Black girl who can't distinguish between criminal justice and social justice. Back to the question, how did I get here today? Graduates, as you reflect on that same question for yourselves, let me tell you a very short story. Okay, so when I got to Hampshire in 2000, that's right, Y2K, I lived in Dakin on E2. Shout out. There was a girl who lived up the hall from me. Shout out Becca Dopkin. She hung a whiteboard outside her room with everyone on the hall's name, and as you passed by, you could write a little something about anyone who lived there. And so days passed by, and the board filled up with funny little comments and, inside jokes, but my column remained empty. Came back from class, and someone had written under my name, "The right kind of wrong." And that sticks with me, because A, I really want to know who wrote it, but I never will. And B, it sticks with me because it made me feel seen, like someone had understood me as a person who shakes things up. And that's what unites us, fellow Black sheep. We shake shit up in big ways and small, whether it's for the sake of transforming ourselves or the environments where we find ourselves. Hampshire graduates, I say this with the utmost affection, we are all the right kind of wrong. Now, what's special about Hampshire College graduates is the fact that we have all done something different, something extraordinary, something unlike any other person in the world has done. The differences between us indicate no hierarchy. No special status is conferred upon they who wrote a Div 3 on gender theory that anticipated the struggle for gender justice in which we find ourselves today. Or he who imagined a framework for Taoist business through the lens of the ineffable. Or she whose works of art are at once absurd, surreal, and painfully funny. Think of that instead of regular majors. Cue the eye rolls. Contemplate these smart, different pursuits we are out here researching, making, crafting, doing. And to continue with this theme of difference, as the poet and activist Audre Lorde wrote in a speech that some of you may have read, or no doubt seen on a Subaru bumper sticker. The master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. Lord so powerfully reminds us that difference is that raw and powerful connection from which our personal power is forged. Lord offered this important insight 47 years ago, and to me, it is the guiding light of the Hampshire College ethos, an ethos that through its graduates has forged seismic cultural transformation in the past 56 years that can never be undone. The title of Lord's speech feels especially prescient for this moment too. The idea of Hampshire College embodies it. The master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. They say college is an engine for socioeconomic mobility, and yeah, I did get that too. Hampshire's a vehicle for an entirely different kind of mobility too, though. A Hampshire education has equipped you with the skills to think for yourselves. To think for yourselves in these times is radical. And it's a valuable currency, the most valuable currency, I would argue, in a time when many colleges and universities are not only encouraging, but demanding and enforcing compliance, obedience, and silence, and productivity over all else. Here at Hampshire, this journey has instilled in you the idea that we must not only ask hard questions about power and how it functions to serve the few at the expense of the many, but also how it can crush dissent and justice seeking, if we let it. We are living in a moment when colleges and universities all over this country are drifting toward the production of agreeable subjects instead of critical thinkers who work toward a more equitable future for us all. At the federal, state, and local level, we see the silencing of dissent, the sanitizing of ideas in colleges that steer students away from fields of study and texts that unsettle the status quo, which is truly to abandon the very purpose of education. An education that trains you to be careful, to be compliant, and to be quiet in the face of power, well, that's not preparing you for the freedom that is your birthright. That's rehearsing you. That's rehearsing you for a life of caged obedience. The abolitionist Frederick Douglass is one of my greatest inspirations. And if I don't quote him in a speech, well, that never happens. I quote him in every speech, commencement, eulogy. He's always relevant. Remember, I'm a Black Studies professor. The mention of Frederick Douglass is going to make this feel like a lecture, but listen, I'm dropping jewels, so stay with me, okay? Well, Douglass once described learning to read as a series of painfully small breakthroughs. See, first he learned the alphabet, then fragments of words, each one snatched from a world that was determined to keep him ignorant. Those who held power and jealously guarded knowledge at the time, and arguably still hold it now, they understood something essential. Is incompatible with domination. When Douglass realized that reading had been forbidden to him because it was dangerous, he grasped all at once the recipe for liberation. To know is to be unfit for enslavement. Because like the saying goes, and it's as true as it ever was, to know. Freedom, Douglass lamented, now appeared to disappear no more forever. It was heard in every sound and seen in everything. It was ever present to torment me with a sense of my wretched condition. I saw nothing without seeing it. I heard nothing without hearing it, and felt nothing without feeling it. It looked from every star, it smiled in every calm, breathed in every wind, and moved in every storm. My own education at Hampshire College unfolded in a similar incremental, hard-won way. Writing my first papers felt like learning the ABCs. It was clumsy, uncertain, yet charged with possibility. I continue to learn how to take that knowledge into the world, to speak with clarity against power, to write and argue in ways that refuse erasure, to refuse any boot on my neck. What got unlocked for me, as it did for Douglass, was not merely skills, but a horizon. It was the recognition that knowledge is not valuable because it makes us productive subjects. Knowledge is valuable because it makes us free. This is the ethic Hampshire gives us, that learning is never an end itself, but a call to responsibility, a demand that what we come to know must shape how we move through the world. Frederick Douglass has been gone for generations, yet the force of what he learned continues to travel forward, not as a relic, but as a living charge in me. If I stand here today transformed by the belief that knowledge and action belong together, it's because that knowledge was carried, tended, and passed on. Hampshire College is not reducible to buildings or budgets or the ground we sit on today. It's a set of cultivated ways of thinking that now live in its graduates, in me, and in you. Whatever institutional doors may close, what has been planted here will not disappear. It takes root wherever we go. It multiplies and blossoms in the work we do. I wrote this line in my book. It's one of my favorites, and it was forged, no doubt, in the work I did here damn near a quarter century ago. That's right. Getting old. There cannot be liberation without a deep subjective and collective consciousness of what one desires out of the condition of being free. To know, to act, and to insist that the world answer back, that's what it means to be educated here. That's the kind of freedom we now carry with us. And make no mistake, it's our duty to find ways. Not everybody's going to do it the same, but to find ways to spread those freedom seeds wherever we can. Listen, no one's coming to save us, people. I came across a photo of myself while I was a student at Hampshire. It's from my first year. I'm in Saga. That's the dining hall, for those of y'all who don't know. It's dark. The spotlight's trained on me, like it is now. My hands casually rest on my hips, and I peer out into the crowd behind a dark pair of shades. I've drawn on a chin-strap beard and shaded a mustache and goatee with somebody's eyeliner. A black fedora sits atop my head to finish off the look. I have transformed into Sir Mix-a-Lot for the drag ball. Crammed into that back room of Saga, the whole school. Well, at least that's how it felt when I looked out over the crowd from the runway. Well, it transforms into one entity as we shout in unison one of the more memorable lines of the song, Baby Got Back. Something about an anaconda. That night I stood on stage for the first time in my life to do a public performance. Unlike today, I was borrowing someone else's words, wearing someone else's look. And what I wanted most wasn't applause. It was connection, validation, an answer to the question I didn't yet know how to ask. Why am I here? There was a time when I could not have stood in front of you like I'm standing in front of you this morning. I didn't yet trust my own ideas, my own voice. I didn't trust my truth. I believed there was someone else better suited to speak it. Someone with more elegant words, more courage, less doubt. Yet here I am in this moment at Hampshire College's final commencement, standing not outside myself, but fully in my power. I arrived here the only way I know how, by taking risks, by facing the fear of being misunderstood, and by doing anyway the very thing that terrified me most, to speak when I'm called to speak, to say what needs to be said, even when I don't know who needs to hear it, who might receive it. I want to leave you, graduates, with some words from Toni Morrison's novel, Beloved. It's not that long, don't worry. Paul D says to the character Setha something that's both ordinary and revolutionary, trying to help her understand that she's not just her past, not just the accumulation of what has been done to her, what has hurt her. To slightly paraphrase, he told Setha, you are your best thing. You are. That night 25 years ago in Saga at the Drag Ball, that was a commencement I couldn't have named then. Today is another beginning for you and hopefully for me. Class of 2026, I commence with you, carrying this truth forward. You are your best thing. The world needs that thing. It needs your way of seeing. It needs your courage. It needs the you of you. Go make something real with it. I had to learn this lesson over the course of writing this speech for this occasion. I'm not the model. I'm just the messenger. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you so much, Jay Finley. Last but not least, we have our alumni speaker, Harrison Lum, who entered Hampshire in the fall of 2001 and holds a Master of Education from Lesley University, as well as a Master of Divinity in Buddhist Ministry from Harvard Divinity School. He is among the first Buddhists to have been board certified as a chaplain and to have directed the religious and spiritual life centers of Emerson as well as Amherst College. He is a lover of dance, and after having been enamored by skateboarding as a boy, he has finally taken up as a hobby in his mid-40s. Whilst writing my notes, my roommate who works at the Early Learning Center mentioned how sweet his kids are, who in his words, at times can be found acting less silly than they are. So now let's hear it for Harrison Lum.
Good afternoon. So as a Hampshire alum and as a parent of 2 children in the beloved Early Learning Center here on campus, it's an honor and it's so sweet. Yeah, ELC. It's an honor to share this time in a few words with you now. I'm aware I'm the last speaker before you all get your degrees, and I promise I won't make you wait too long. But let me begin here. Howard Thurman, theologian, civil rights leader, and mentor to Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive." Beautiful words. And 25 years ago, what made me come alive was transferring into Hampshire College, where I used my Div 3 to blend Buddhist study with early childhood education into the creation of a preschool curriculum. Hampshire taught me, or maybe I should say Hampshire allowed me to teach myself that seemingly separate and unrelated things can go together, and that in fact they can go together beautifully. And you know this. You know through your own Div 3 work that there's more to scholarship and career, more to art and activism than asking the next small question to advance existing lines of thinking. You know that coming alive requires a fierce commitment to follow curiosity wherever it leads. You know that the time for business as usual has long since passed. That's why you chose Hampshire College, because you know this life is way too precious to just go through the motions, that instead we need to be creating new dances. This Hampshire lesson that separate and unrelated threads, be they interests, traditions, or fields of study, can flourish when cross-pollinated, this has remained a guiding value for me long beyond graduation. In my 20s and 30s, I blended the often somber and silent practices of Buddhism with pulsing music and ecstatic dance events in the form of Dharma jams. And then, curious who else was working at this intersection of Buddhism and dance, I put out a call, and together we created an anthology of 26 of us about the intersections of Western Buddhism and dance. And these are just some of my examples, and you will have your own. These examples of bringing Hampshire's ethos into the world, the ethos of aiming for a point on the horizon that's not yet visible, the ethos of holding it as imaginable and therefore able to be created. And our world desperately needs this. It needs passionate people to aim beyond the visible horizon. Hampshire also gave me permission to quite simply be myself and to embrace my surface-level contradictions of being a vegan who lifted weights, a Buddhist who did keg stands, a city kid who kept a tent set up in the Hampshire woods and relished the solitary, quiet nights amidst the pine trees. This permission to blend and dissolve the stereotypes, lanes, and boxes that society assigns and so many of us internalize, that showed up in my professional life as I blended my Jewish heritage and Buddhist practice into a ministry that mainly serves Catholics and Protestants. Currently as a hospice chaplain with Bay State Health, and I find that in the final weeks and days of life, what really holds currency for patients and families, more than reciting the right passages or even sharing the same beliefs, is quite simply authenticity and love. And again, I know that you know this, the importance of walking a path with authenticity and love. That's just the kind of people Hampshire students are. It's true, it's true. And speaking of hospice work, here we are, the Hampshire College community, facing our own form of death, our own end that, although it presented many symptoms, it can feel to many of us that it metastasized too suddenly, too soon. And so we do grieve this loss, and I, along with so many more, stand here deeply celebrating what you graduates have accomplished and mourning what we are losing. And it's complex, and it's hard, and I don't have a silver lining. But I feel for you, and I feel with you, and I know from experience that a life worth living will put together grief and gratitude. It will put heartbreak next to rebirth. And if I could offer a prayer into that space, it would be for each of you to continue cultivating a depth of heart that can hold both. May your hearts grow deep and wide, and may love alchemize your suffering into resiliency. I'll conclude with a second quote, this one from peace activist A.J. Must, who stood outside the White House every night during the Vietnam War in protest, often holding vigil alone. When asked by a reporter if he really thought he was going to change the policies of the country by standing out alone with a candle, he replied, "Oh, I don't do this to change the country. I do this so the country won't change me." That's right. And this can be the more challenging piece. This is the harder part. As Hampshire graduates, you probably already know, or you are on your way to discovering what makes you come alive. You perhaps are already feeling and seeing, learning how to vision beyond the typical pairings and pathways of this world. So you've got this spark or maybe even a bonfire, but this world can be all too good at throwing water on the fires of inspiration. So how do we come alive and stay alive? How do we keep these coals of vitality burning? My simple advice is to find the people, places, and activities that make you feel most human, most reverent, most joyful, and go toward them. Do big and extraordinary things at least once a year. And do ordinary, soulful things at least once a week. See it, build it, share it, because as we know, to know is not enough. Congratulations, blessings on your journey.
Thank you, Harry. person. Guys, please forgive me. I'm just gonna make this a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit more longer. I'm not gonna see so many of you, and also it's really crazy. This is the last time I'll probably ever have a mic in my hands. And I just wanna thank all of our speakers here. They've honored us, they've blessed us, they've carried us through this day, and honestly, for me, time has flown. Their words, they've left us with knowledge and care, and there's nothing more I could ask for. I have one ending quote, which I don't know the origin of, but it can be found written in our bathroom stall in the, in the library. But it goes, remember that the sun has never stopped rising. And then I remix this part. Giving fresh hope to a world reborn each and every day. So please go out into the world and continue to be the stars that I know you all are. And now is the moment you've all been waiting for. Thank you to everyone for being here to celebrate with all of us. Will graduating students please wait for your roll to be called by the usher in the aisle in preparation for receiving your degree.
Go right there with the Janita. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
President Chrysler, I commend to you these students who have satisfactorily completed the requirements prescribed by the faculty of Hampshire College and are qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Samara Tournoir. Tenzin Job. Natalie Sandor. Ella Ray Tether. Sabine Arabella Locke. Malfoy Melikotonis Kimmel. Willow Watson. Inez Juliette Smith Martori. Zaira Zainay Cooper. Mishkan Kakahel. Annalise Kraft. Iris Rosenfeld. Sam Joy Mangiafico. Victor Silva Pataco. Aiden Gordon. Anna Catherine Marie Bogler. Hannah Harrell. Lucas Brisbois. Mariposa Carlota Ann Gamboa. Maria Jasmine Baxter. Jordan Craven. Lily Rue Fishman. Emmy J. Mai Foti. DJ Rivera. Pete Peters. Harry Cook. Emile Rizik Batista. William A. Davenport. Atalanta Bella Rogel. Ashling Lynn. Isaac Yates Russell. Marcy Williamson. Corinne Terrell Owens. Elliot Lyles McDowell. Alice Navona Copeland. Micah Galatis. Persephone Bremer. August Avery Stoner. Atlas James Jeanette McVicker. Megan Elizabeth DeVecca. Christopher Joseph Naylor. Katie Hirsch. Aurelia Ann Benoit Corey. Evan Tipton. Whitney Rose Byington. Quinn Matson. Talia Moon McLeland. Anya Bennett. Alex Grossman. Kai Connell Nicolau. Julius DeMonte Spencer. Jemai Elon Griffin. Jackson Harper. Stella Mason Holt. Stephen O'Leary. Ivy Covell. Georgia Walsh. Anais and Amoye Richard. Josie Mae Elizabeth Mitchell. Ever Paulin. Jenna Donnelly. Kavani McGinnis. Kristen Elizabeth Henry. Lauren Byrne. Victor Grimm Parada Doria. Abrahim Sidame Sharif. Rinchan Thinley. Evaluna Pineda Gonzalez. Corbin Turney. Yuretsi Tosh Lindsay. Ellen J. Benedict. Jack Mitchell Reese. Evelyn Wales. Mia Sullivan. Bryn Avery. Aaron Lebonsky. Vanya Lawson. Isabella Miller. Jocelyn McCarrier. Hannah Rittenhouse. Teddy D. Stahl. Danielle Rose. Yadira Tenempagwe. Priska Dola Afanchao. Sebastian Isizaki. Yapsawame. Charlotte Ramsey. Ricky Rock. Rowan Emile Mariah Banford. Yael Politi. Sofia Shapanska. Sofia Helen Ortega. Sofia Amelia Aneka Hill. Kayla Noel. Annabella Swilly. Alaska Miller. Helena Sophia Wolf. Corey Michael Stan. Devin H. Dickinson. Caden Lee Ellsworth. Seamus Abraham Barth. Zanzi Rice Reeves. Jerome Gotterman. Lorelei Osland. Haven Anna. Violet Henriquez. Elena Marie Mays Poland. Reed Pittman. Bridget Bleicher Ronning. Lorianne Michelle Gerber. Joe Miller. Caitlin Richmond Blackburn. Cassius Ginger Calzini. Fiona Karis Osell Cox. Chloe Rebecca Woodley. Arogya Saka. Fernanda Sluice Amagaski. Zukishwa Mishlongo. Lydia Powell Green. Layla Munist. Kelly Malone Wolfson. Hallie Caroline Spell. Thorier Alfred McCare Rice. Jess Daigle. Ashton Raven Mercine. Sky Smith. Elliot Dorschler. August Carolhawk. Asha Parker. Leo Bigelow. John Snyder. Calvin McDonald. William Wolfie Krebs. Jacob Duarte Perlovsky. Essence Amani Williams. Isabel Annette Casavant. Levi Ebnett. Zavriela Valdez. Siani Dunn. Ethan A. Adler. Taya Liana Jeanlo. Dallas Keenan Barron. Virginia Wardlaw. Sebastian Dale Roos. Lucy Tara Coleman. Megan Dreyer. Ezra Dakitis. Alex Boone Pinkowish. Raymond Noel Knight. J.M. Marie Sink-Mars. Cal Kennedy. Dakota Palmer. Lilith Davies Smith. Cora Finichel Hewitt. Una Vida Sophie Warren Wagman. Marina Inez Chavez. Shauna. Sophia Grace Johnson. Sashia Josephine Hegarty. Hadia Turner. Lillian Kate Guerrero. Ava Marie Trask. Sarah Melissa Morquecho. TJ Olson. Mackenzie Marie Doherty. Kayla Alyssa Laurent. Peter Lampropoulos. Ben Everett Bidwell. Natasha Wolf Powers. Nova Harrell. Esther Slater Carrier. Bunny Moreau. Guinevere Faye Bernier. Zael Avery Stevenson Sweeney. Clay Kessling. Mia Shanti Songvi. Diana Aslam Yassin.
All right, thank you, Dean Hawkins. Okay, this is the minute you've all been waiting for. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor Arts prepare for your degree to be officially conferred? On behalf of the faculty, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Hampshire College, it is my pleasure, honor, and privilege to confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights and responsibilities which pertain. Congratulations. My exercises.
The commencement exercises this 16th day of May, 2026, are concluded. Congratulations!
And you
with Yella, makes it a cappella. I still express